very tough. You know, if you have got people that you know that are suffering with some form, any form of cancer, I know you can't go and see them, but maybe get in touch with them and just make sure that they're doing okay. Yeah, yeah. And don't just take the word thingy straight off that. Yeah, they say, yeah, I'm doing fine, I'm doing fine. You just make sure, just give them that thingy, just because it can be a very tough period right now, a very tough period. Yeah, and then the dog's gonna now lick his water again, so I'll pause this. Sod's law, guys. Yeah, sod's law. In the house, you'll barely ever drink any water. In here, you. This is incredible. Literally, no sooner did I try and start that video back off again, then it switched itself off because I had an incoming phone call. I never get phone calls. Nobody ever freaking rings. And I'm trying to make this video, and I'm getting nothing but things stopping us and getting in the way. I'm actually expecting now there's a guy lives across the street from over there, and he has a fucking Subaru, but he doesn't just have like a normal exhaust on it. He's got to be one of these stupid fucks that have the big, massive, huge bore exhaust on that just makes so much fucking noise. It's unbelievable. And I guarantee you, he's gonna come out any fucking minute now and start that shit up and fucking do it. Guaranteed, because I'm trying to make a video. Honestly, guys, I'm gonna end up giving up soon because it's like a case of it's gonna be so freaking choppy and thingy that it's just not gonna make any sense at all. It's and to be perfectly honest, I don't know if there's a lot much else I can tell you. You know that there's the main aspect of it was that my life has been turned back upside down again. I don't know whether I'm coming or freaking going again. I've got so much going on in my head that I need to work out, that it's got us completely befuddled, baffled, in where I should be happy as Larry. And I know, being told I'm no longer terminal listing, I should be absolutely delighted. I should be over the fucking moon. I should be singing the fucking praises to everything. You know, I should be bloody literally just ecstatic, but I'm not. Yeah, and whether that's just partly to do with the fact that I'm depressed, or what, I don't know. But I'm not ecstatic. Yeah, there is so much thingy now. I had resigned myself to the fact that this was going to thingy. I was almost enjoying the fact that I could prove them wrong. That I could last to this point and prove them wrong. I can go to this point and I can prove them wrong. I can do this goal and I can prove them wrong. Now, I've had the big thingy of going, I've proved them wrong in the biggest way possible. Because I've beaten something, or technically, possibly beaten something that should have beaten me. Yeah, and I even made a video a long time ago saying I was no longer fighting cancer. I was living with it for as long as I possibly could. That at some time it would probably take me down and win. That's why I didn't want to classify myself as fighting it. Now, it's a case of there's not even that there. What purpose do I have? What reasons do I have to do things? Beforehand, I had the reasons of proving people wrong. I had the reasons of wanting to prove that I was a different breed altogether than what they were used to seeing. I have done that in the biggest form possible, is that I have gotten to the point where it's, even though they're not willing to fully say, yeah, you are no longer terminal, you are in recession. Recession, is it? I don't know the technical term that they would use, but I now almost feel like it's a case of what do I live for? What do I think for? What's me goals? What's me purpose in life? What's me thingy? I had it before. I had those purposes. I had them reasons. I had those things to focus on. Now what have I got? Now what reasons do I have? Yeah, my kids are grown up. The pretty much left home. My youngest daughter, she's going to be moving into her own property with her boyfriend. Probably maybe about the time this guns up, or just after this guns up, you know. And I'll have helped them move into their place together. And it's like, what reasons? What things do I have, you know? And you could say, yeah, you still got a life to live. You still got a thingy with your wife. Mine and my wife's relationship, like, pretty much almost died a long time ago. You know, that's no thing on my wife. I'm going to blame it all on my wife. My wife has her issues with it that I find difficulty with. No doubt she'll have issues with me that she's find difficulty with. This isn't a video about blaming anything. This is just a video of laying out what is the truth, what is a thing. Mine and my wife's relationship has been pretty much almost non-existent. We just live together under the same roof because that's just the way it's always been, and that's the way it'll carry on being. You know, there's massive amounts of. Don't get me wrong, I love her, love her a bit, but it's a different format. You know, it's a different thing. There's no massive amounts of sexual chemistry or anything like that keeping together anymore. It's just two people living under the same roof because that's what we've always done. That's basically what it's like, you know, and that's a fault of both. We both let things go, we both let things slide, and neither one of us sort of tries. Neither one of us gives enough to the relationship to try and make it any better than what it is. When I do make attempts, I feel like I get nothing in return, so I stop. Maybe she makes the odd attempt, and maybe I'm not giving her a response, or maybe she's too frightened to make any attempts because I might not respond. Who knows? But that's just the way it goes. That's the way it is, you know. It's been like that for a while, and it seemed to become tenfold when I found out the cancer part of it. You know, she's had her own things to deal with about it, and how she feels now that she knows I'm gonna live for a lot longer than what you probably thought I was. How does she feel about that now? I don't know. You know, she might tell me one thing and feel something totally different. You know, I don't know. That's the only thing that she'd be able to answer. And I know she wouldn't make a video telling the whole truth and nothing but the truth type thing, because that's just, you know, I mean, that would be thinking. That's why I tend to keep a lot of the stuff with me relationship with my wife and what out of these videos, because I don't want to hurt my wife. Okay, I know she just technically doesn't watch any of these videos, but my kids not do. So I don't want to hurt my kids, and I don't want to hurt my wife, and I don't want to hurt my family. So I tend to keep the relationships side of stuff pretty much out of them. You know, I could go into massive amounts of details about that thingy, but I don't, and I won't, because that's just not part of this thing. You know, all we need to know is the cancer side of things, and the cancer side of things are, I'm no longer terminal, which should be the best news ever. But it's left us, it's turned my world upside down again, and left us in a turmoil of like, what do I do? What do I need to find new reasons to carry on. I need to find new reasons to want to live, because beforehand I had them. I had massive reasons to do it, to friggin' prove people wrong, to thingy. And I know that there's probably going to be a number of people that watch these videos, and we're looking forward possibly to seeing the results of watching us deteriorate over a period of time and stuff like that, to see how it goes, to see what it's like, to see how I react to it. they'll probably disappear. So my number of views will probably go down again, which is a shame. It really is a shame that the number of views will go down again through that. Because that'll have a knock-on effect again of like, do I carry on making these videos? Is there any point in carrying on making these videos? Are people going to be interested in the other side of things of like, well, how am I doing mentally? How am I coping with the things, if I do get another job, like how am I coping with the job and stuff like that? Are people going to be interested in that? Are they going to give a shit? Is there any point? So you will see other videos. I know I will make other videos, because I think at times it helps me to start to try and focus my mind on some of the things that just are going. It gives me the chance to try and focus on something, pinpoint on something, and try and make some sort of sense of it for myself when I'm doing this. So I'll probably still make videos every now and again on stuff. But if you want to see more videos, if you definitely want to see more videos on the cancer side of things, or on my life and how it progresses with the different things that I've got to do in the new aspects of my life, then please feel free to comment down below, let us know. And if you've got any queries or questions, feel free to ask. If I've got the answers, I'll give you them. It'll be my perspective, it'll be my perspective on the answers, but I will give you the answers as how I feel about it, or how I think about it. Just not politics, and not so much my relationship with my wife and that, because that's fucking nobody's business but mine and hers. So, but when it comes to the cancer side of things, or how I think, how I feel, how I react, ask away and I'll answer them as best I can. If there's anything else I come up with, because I literally, I'm having a quick sort of look at my paper, the things that I've written down, and to be perfectly honest, I think I've covered in sort of faster format than I thought I would most of the stuff that I had. So there you go. And I think I've pretty much covered all of it. But there you go, guys. There's another update. Hopefully some of you will probably be, some of you may be more excited about the news than what I am, because like I say, to me it's just fucking turned my world upside down, and I'm not sure how to react, how to thingy, how to get on, what I'm gonna do, where my life's gonna go now, what everything was an unknown before, apart from knowing that eventually the cancer would take me down, and how I was going to deal with that. That was something exciting for me. That's something I was thinking, like I was not looking forward to dying. I wasn't looking forward to dying at all. I want to live as long as fucking possible. But I was looking forward to that thingy that kept us going. I enjoyed that thingy. It was something to do. It was something to focus on. It was something to really get my teeth into. Now I've got the thingy of like, now what do I do? Now where am I gonna go? Now what's my focus? Is it gonna be back to the thing? Because to me, going to work, doing your job, coming home, watching a bit of TV, going to bed, going to sleep, blah, 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 blah. It's just fucking monotonous shit. And even though what I was doing beforehand, when I was terminal and I was thinking, it was still monotonous shit, because I was doing pretty much nothing all day, but sitting in here playing a few games. It was also because I was doing, when I wanted to do something for myself, I could do it for myself, bar the fucking pandemics closing everything down and stopping all that shit. I was able to just do what I wanted, when I wanted, how I wanted, within the realms of the law. If I wanted to get up and go somewhere and do something, if I wanted to go into the Metro Centre, if I wanted to go into the freaking tune, if I wanted to go in here, I wanted to go in there, I wanted to go out for a walk with the dog, I could do anything I wanted to, when I wanted to, how I wanted to. There was no restrictions to us. You go into the realms of getting a job again, you then are potentially stuck for a period. You've got work hours, then you've only got this amount of hours left to do anything with before you've got to try and get some sleep hours in. And then you start again, work hours. Itty bitty amount of time for yourself, bit of sleep time, work again. That monotony is bad, is thingy. And then you've got the stresses. You've got the stresses of work. You know, because most jobs put a lot of pressure on you to hit targets, to get certain things done in certain time frames and all this type of stuff. And when you're not doing that, they're on your back. Or when you're learning a job for the first time, a lot of times you'll not get adequate training. I don't think that there's many jobs where they'll give you adequate training for what you're doing, and they expect you just to be able to get on and do it right. And it's like, well, hang on, you haven't taught us properly how to do this. You haven't given us the exact information that I need in order to do the job correctly. And so you've always got that concern, you know. And in today's thing, I feel so sorry for them when it comes down to this thing where you're getting minimum pay, and it's split between, if you're a certain age, you'll get this much. If you're a thingy age, you'll get this much. And if you're between this age, you'll get this much before you'll go out and think, what the fuck's that all about? My daughter, she's like sort of 19, 20 now. When she first started, I think she was getting paid this much for doing the same amount of work, and if not more, than somebody that's a little bit older than her that would be getting this much extra pay. Well, where the fuck does that come from? That's just the biggest load of bollocks on this fucking planet. An 18-year-old might be doing the same amount of fucking work as a 21-year-old or a 22-year-old or whatever, but that 21-year-old, 22-year-old's getting more pay for doing exactly the same fucking job. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous how it is, guys. You know, it really is, and that just all these things are there. Anyway, thank you for those that have watched. Thank you for those that stick by. Thank you for anyone that decides to comment below and ask us anything so I can make maybe another video. That I really, really do appreciate the views. I really do. It means a lot to me. It even means more when I find out that people have related to it, or people have used some of the ideas to help them get through something. Do remember, guys, I do have a book out now. Okay, there is a book out. I spent a good few years writing a book. It is out on Amazon. You can get it on the Kindle. You can get it on Amazon. It's called The Big C, written by me. Okay, guys, so if anyone wants to purchase that, I will be even more appreciated again. It's a big book. It's a big ass book. I haven't got a copy in here with us, guys. I don't keep a copy in here because I'd be so worried that it would really get damaged. It wouldn't want to damage or anything like that, so I don't keep a copy in here. Plus, I've got the copy in the house. It is a big, thick book with a hell of a lot of pages to read, and it starts basically from the time of when my father had cancer, and me going and me talking about what it was like to watch my father deteriorate with cancer, and the feelings I had, what it was like to go through that, to watch it happening, and all that type of stuff. And then it sort of progresses into how life carries on after the person disappears from your life, and then goes into my cancer. Not up to present day, obviously, because at some point I had to stop the book, but it is, it did go on about my cancer, and I'm sort of now looking at the idea of writing a second book to try and carry it on from where we left off. Anyway, guys, I've waffled on far too fucking long in this one. Thanks for watching. I really do appreciate it. Until the next time, it's the Bearded Nerd Youth, and I'm out of here, guys.
So what I believe you were trying to say is thank you.
Thank you?
You're welcome.
What? No. I didn't. I wasn't. Why would I ever say that? I mean,
Okay.